Hello everybody, and welcome to some tips on how to format your paper properly for your APA assignments. Several of you have had a problem with leaving extra spaces between your paragraphs. I'm sure you've noticed the feedback where it says, please set your line spacing default so there is no extra spaces between paragraphs. I'm going to show you how to take those spaces out. Before you begin writing, you can set up your defaults, and the way you do that is to go up here where it says paragraph, click on this little drop down menu, go to line spacing options. Down here where it says spacing, in the after box, before and after should both have a 0. So you want to drop that to 0. Your line spacing should always be double spaced, so you're going to want to put that on double. Then you go click on Set as Default. And then it's going to ask you if you want to do it just for this paper or if you want to do it on all future papers. So set it for all future papers and then click OK. The next time you start to write a paper, there will be no extra spaces. Some of you, however, have already written your papers and you have those extra spaces between your paragraphs. You forgot to double space. I'm going to show you how to fix that if you've already written your paper. So what you want to do is select all of your paragraphs, go up here to the paragraph section, click on the drop down menu, go to line spacing options. Again, down here in the spacing section where it says after, you want that to be a 0. Line spacing should be double. And then click OK. And when you come back here and look, you will see now that that extra space that was there is now gone. That's how you fix that. APA does not allow those extra spaces between paragraphs. And finally, a last tip for you. When you are doing your references, I've noticed a lot of you are single spacing the references and putting a double space between them. And you are forgetting to do some small bits of formatting, such as italicizing the publication title. So I'm going to show you how to fix your hanging indents and how to do the italicizing of the publication title. So once you have your information written in the order that it's supposed to be in, you've got your author's last name and then initials, you have the year of publication in parentheses, you have your article title, not capitalized every word, just the first word and any proper nouns or the first letter after a colon. Then you have your publication title, and then the volume number, the issue number is going to be in parentheses, your page number, and then the DOI, which is your digital object identifier, which you use instead of a URL. You do not use the URL for a library database article because no one can follow that back to the article unless they have a login and password. So you use the DOI, or if there is no DOI, you will leave that off there. And if there is a main website for that journal, there are for a few of them, then you can give that URL. But generally you will just leave the DOI off if there isn't one, and it will look like a hard copy because anyone reading it can find it if it has all the information that a hard copy would have, or a print copy. So I'm going to show you how to fix these. So what you're going to do is select all of them. You're going to go up here to the line options again, your line spacing options. This time you're going to make sure you take all the spaces out, put a 0. You're going to make sure it's double spaced, just like your paper. Everything is double spaced. There should be no single spacing at all in an APA paper. To do your hanging indents, then you come up here where it says indentation, and you'll notice where it says special. Click that little drop down menu and click hanging. Go to OK, and you will see that you have hanging indents. You have the proper spacing. It looks very nice. Then you're going to want to italicize your publication title and a volume number if you have a journal. Volume numbers are also italicized. Now remember, a book is a publication title. because it is the publication. See, a book holds chapters, a journal holds articles, so the publication is what you italicize. So you'll make sure that's italicized. And there you have your formatting done correctly. If you use the color-coded reference guide that I gave you earlier, you should have no problem in setting up your references now that you know how to do a hanging indent. You will notice that every line after the first in each reference is indented. It's the non-indented line that indicates that a new reference is beginning. And that's what you need to remember.